This is my friend Promise.
Hi!
Welcome back to my channel. My name is Isabella, and we're in New York. So, I grew up with Promise, and she actually lives here with her fiance, who I also grew up with. So me and my husband Caden are visiting for the weekend. We landed, when did I get here?
Like 9.
Like 9, 10 a.m. So far we got coffee at Lyria, which is where Promise works. Walked around and got food at Scars, which I got last time I was here. And the pizza's really good. So for this weekend, a couple days ago, I started this book because it's massive. It's The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. And as you can see, she's a hefty girl. She's a big back. And it's almost 800 pages. I'm at 400 pages exactly. Jeez. Look at that. So I started this like 4 days ago because I knew that she's a big back. So
you read 100 pages?
Like a day.
A day?
I spent so much time reading it because I was like, I have to get on this. Or, because I also brought another book, because I don't want to read only one book this whole time, and only talk about one book. So I brought a second, like a rom-com, but I needed to get through this. Anyway, so plan for today. Today is Friday. We have, can you give me a drum roll? A Jon Bellion concert tonight, which lifelong Jon Bellion fans. Lifelong. And he's our favorite artist. Yeah? Still favorite?
Not favorite at the moment, but like lifelong
nostalgia
favorite.
Yeah,
like throwback favorite.
Yes. And we went to his last tour in 2019 in Nashville, and then he hasn't released music for 6 years. He releases an album, and instead of doing a tour, he's doing one big show, which turned into 2 big shows in New York City,
his hometown.
Yes, so that's why we're here. The show's in Queens, so we're going tonight. I will probably take clips and then have to like dub music over it because I'll get copywritten, and that would suck for me. So if you want to see concert clips, you can go look on my Instagram because I'm sure they'll be there. But the plan for today is probably like read in a coffee shop for a little bit more because it's already like 2 p.m. And then we'll have to leave for the concert.
And it's an hour away.
Yeah, it's an hour. So that's going to take up like the most of the evening. I'll check back in tomorrow, and I'll probably just in that clip tomorrow give you like plot overview of the book, and I'll check back in with you after the concert. Okay guys, so I'm back at Lyria for coffee this morning because Promise works today, so we wanted to come see her off to her job. But today we're going to the Met, and so funny that actually worked out that way because in The Goldfinch, the book starts out following a young boy, and he's 12 or 13, and his dad had left a year ago, and his mom and him step into the Met because he had gotten in trouble at school, and she had to wait for a meeting, and she loved art, so they step into the Met to go see this painting. And then there was a terrorist attack because this is post 9/11, so this is like early 2000s, and there was a bomb in the Met. And after that, he finds out his mom dies, and it's him kind of exploring the rest of his life. It's like a slice of life coming of age book. So it's more literary fiction. There's not like a heavy romance plot. It's mostly just, okay, now he has to like live with his friend's family and then his dad, and it follows his life. I think it'll probably end when he's in his 20s, and the like setting is New York City, and then Texas, and then eventually it'll be Amsterdam because that's how the book starts out, is a flashback of him dreaming of his mom for the first time in a long time while he's in Amsterdam. So far it's really good. I'm enjoying the writing. It's kind of hard with like these slice of life books because there's nothing like really big happening, but everything is happening because it's his life. And I just love those kinds of books. So I haven't read any more since yesterday. I'm still 400 pages in, and I'm excited to see the Met. And the painting that's talked about is the Goldfinch. So it's not at the Met anymore, but I'll put up a picture of it so you can see what the painting looks like, and then I'll update you later on in the day.
say something?
I don't know what to say. I get weird on camera.
I know. Say something, because maybe she'll put this in her vlog.
No. I don't need that kind of pressure.
You're her husband. Say something.
Legally obligated to speak. What is there to say?
Say something that you love about your wife.
What's not to love?
Wow. Anyway.
Okay, so it's day 3 and we've been kind of out and about all morning. We did breakfast and coffee and then walked around and we've just been chilling at the apartment, and I've been reading to kind of get through the book because now I'm thinking I probably won't finish it while I'm here because I still have like 250 pages left. So we're gonna go to the Morgan Library and Museum this afternoon and then probably grab dinner. So I'll show you guys that. We are back at the apartment. That's Promise. I'm dyeing her hair because I'm also her hairstylist, so I can't be off duty even when I come visit.
Period.
We went to the library and everything in the museum today, and I'll update you about that tomorrow because now we're playing Dutch Bliss, and we take Dutch Blitz. There's no bliss. We take that very seriously in this household. So you can watch us play Dutch Blitz for a little bit. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Go. Okay, so now you're gonna be extra aggressive because you know
Now
it's
you're
a
gonna be
video.
extra aggressive because it's a video. This is actually a really slow game right now. You're not welcome here. I'm doing really badly. Hey, rude.
Let's
Hi guys, I'm back home now, and remember at the beginning of this video where I was like, oh, I started the Goldfinch ahead of time so that I wouldn't only read one book this whole time. Well, I did read one book that whole time, and after I got back. It was hefty, and I really thought I would be able to read it a lot faster, and I just did not. So it's been a couple days since I've been home, and I wanted to kind of recap the trip a little bit, just like quickly, because I realized as I was editing, I thought I took a lot more clips of me like talking about what we did, and I guess I just didn't. And I'm realizing that's the hard part about travel vlogs, is like the pull of like wanting to live in the moment but also document. And I think that's something I'm just gonna have to get better at naturally. So if it felt like I didn't talk enough, I'm sorry, and that's why. I'm still learning. So first of all, the Met was super cool. We did one wing of the first floor. There's like 3 or 4 floors, and all we got through was Egyptian history, and it took us like 3 or 4 hours. So that was crazy. And I like museums, especially like that. I'm not a huge art museum person. That's not usually my thing. But seeing like all of the old Egyptian stuff was super cool. That was Saturday. Sunday is when we did that library museum, and you guys, I know I put it on the screen in text, but like I've never walked into a museum or any building and felt moved to tears. Like, and maybe some of you that are like really into art have felt like that. I have never felt like that, and I think I just haven't been in the right place. But like when I walked in and looked up, and the whole ceiling is painted so beautifufully, like Sistine Chapel kind of painting, and all of the books in the library, and like incredible to me. That's like one of my top things I've ever seen. And if you haven't been there, we went on a Sunday, and after 3 p.m. they let us in for free. So pro tip, if you want to go, Sundays after 3, they were letting people in for free. So it's called the Morgan Library and Museum. Some guy named Morgan, that was like his actual library, and now it's just turned into a museum. They had the Gutenberg Bible, which is the first edition, like the first printed Bible ever, which I had no idea it was going to be there, and that was so cool to see. And they had a bunch of like old, like first editions of composers. And then when we were there, they had the Jane Austen exhibit. So I got to see the first editions of Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, Emma. And that was really cool. I'm not like a huge Jane Austen fan, but she's, you know, a massive part of literary history. So that was really cool to see. But like if I want to go back like alone, and I don't know how if other people are like this, like I want to experience a museum alone, and I want to sit on the floor and stare at the ceiling for a long time. It was just beyond gorgeous. I don't even know how to describe it. Like that was one of my favorite things I've ever seen in my life. So I'm like I'm about to go to London and Scotland, and I've never been out of the country. The farthest I've been is Hawaii. And I have a feeling that when we go to museums, I'm just going to be blown away, like seeing all of these new things. And like if that, I'm curious to see how the Morgan Library like holds up to like European stuff, because the stuff we have here just isn't that old compared to European history. I mean, the Egyptian stuff obviously was super old, but that's not American. So anyway, that was beautiful and amazing. After that is when I dyed Promise's hair, and she did her runway walk, which was really funny. I hope everybody else thinks that's funny. It might have been one of those things where it's like really funny because it's nighttime and we've known each other for 1,000 years, so everything's extra funny. So I hope someone else laughed and it wasn't just us. But anyway, I got home, I finished the book in the last couple days, and I know I started the plot a little bit and told you about it, but essentially what the theme of the book is this little boy who, when he's 13, he goes to the Met with his mom, and there was an explosion, and his mom dies. And his dad was deadbeat, kind of ran away, so he goes to live with a friend's family for a little bit, and then his dad takes back custody. And after that, like, a bunch more things happen that I can't really say without spoiling it, but when he was in the museum, and he, like, wakes up from the explosion, and there's debris and dead bodies everywhere, there's this old man that he was kind of intrigued with before the explosion happened, and he was there to see the Goldfinch painting. And as he's like trying to get out of the rubble, he tells this little boy, like, take this painting. And he's 13 and had just been through a bomb, so he's not really thinking. So he's like, okay, I'll take it. And it seemed to make the old man happy. And then he gets out of this museum and realizes he has a stolen painting that's like immeasurable in worth. So he's kind of like, well, I can't give it back because then they're going to arrest me. And he's 13, so he spirals, and he's like, I'm going to go to jail forever. I'm going to get my, like, he's convinced his mom's going to come back, so he's like, I'm going to get everyone in trouble. Like, I have to hide this painting. And he kind of brings it with him, and he ends up befriending the old man's kind of, like, stepson guy. And the stepson guy kind of, like, takes him in to, like, his furniture store. But over the course of, like, it follows him from 13 till about 23, so over the course of 10 years, he's, like, trying to hide this painting, and it's making him slowly descend into, like, madness, because he's so anxious all the time about this. And it does follow a lot of, like, when you go through something so traumatic, the thing that he turned to was substances, like alcohol and drugs. So it's not a light, feel-good book. It's definitely very heavy and sad, and I think that's also why it took me a longer time to read it. And I'm not saying that in a negative way, that like I spent time on it because it was heavy. It was kind of difficult to get into that headspace every day. And even though it was a beautiful story and was so well done, like her writing's incredible, it is heavy. So that's my warning to you, like you're about to read 800 pages of heavy. So, know that going into it. But for me, I would say it's like a 4-star book. I don't know that there was one thing that it was like, oh, I wish it had been this. I think it just didn't hit me as a 5-star the way some other books similar to that have. And there's like nothing wrong with it. It just, I think, was personal to me that it wasn't like a favorite. But it does make me really excited to read The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I've saved that book for over a year because I wanted to save it for when I'm in London and Scotland. I want to read like dark academia books. So I'll have one more video that comes out between this one and that one. I'm going to do like a first week of fall cozy reading vlog. And I want to read, I guess there's two ways to pronounce it. Catabasis or Catabasis by R.F. Kuang comes out when I'm filming this in a couple days. And so I want that to be like part of my first week of fall reading because I'm so excited for her book, and I'm going to her event in Nashville, so I'm very excited about that. And then the week after that, or the next video after that, will be my Scotland one, and I'm going to read dark academia books in London, Scotland. So if you're interested in any of that, please subscribe, and if you have any thoughts, share in the comments. I would love to hear them, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.